August 22, 2018, 10 p.m. An explosion tears through a small auto body shop in Ephraim, Utah. By sunrise, everything Robby Layton spent 8 years building is gone. 9 customer cars destroyed, his life's work reduced to ash. The fire department fought for 6 hours straight, but it wasn't enough. Most entrepreneurs would see this as the end. Insurance claim filed, doors closed, dream over. Robby Layton saw something different. He saw an opportunity to prove that success isn't about never falling down. It's about what you build after everything burns. That Wednesday night started like any other at Layton Auto Body. The crew was grinding, prepping a demolition derby car for the upcoming Sanpete County Fair. Deadlines were tight, but nothing they hadn't handled before. One of Robby's guys was wrenching on a truck when it backfired and ignited. Small fires happen in body shops. It's part of the territory. Protocol is simple. Grab the extinguisher, put it out, get back to work. But as the employee rushed toward the fire extinguisher, he tripped over a gas can. In that split second, everything changed. The fire spread with terrifying speed. Neighbors blocks away heard the explosion around 10 p.m. and called it in immediately. The Ephraim Volunteer Fire Department arrived within minutes, but what they faced was already beyond containment. Flames had engulfed the entire shop, fueled by paint, solvents, and fuel. They battled the inferno until 4 a.m. Thursday morning, pouring thousands of gallons of water into the structure. When the smoke finally cleared, the devastation was total. 9 customer vehicles were completely destroyed. 2 neighboring businesses, Diamond S and Ephraim Tire Pros, suffered significant smoke and water damage. The shop itself was a total loss. 8 years of building relationships, reputation, and revenue gone in 6 hours. The insurance companies started making calls. Customers wanted answers. Employees wondered if they still had jobs. Standing in front of that wreckage at dawn, most people would have walked away. But Robby Layton wasn't most people. What happened next would define everything. To understand why Robby rebuilt, you need to understand where he came from. He grew up in Ephraim, a small Utah town where everyone knows everyone and reputation matters more than anything. His family were tradesmen, the kind of people who fix things with their hands and take pride in honest work. His father pushed him toward plumbing, figuring it was stable income and reliable demand. Robby tried it once. He was 12 years old, and he lasted exactly 1 job before he knew it wasn't his path, but cars grabbed him in a way plumbing never could. He'd disappear into local garages for hours, watching mechanics work, asking questions, learning the craft. Bodywork fascinated him, the transformation of something wrecked into something beautiful. By high school, he wasn't just interested anymore, he was obsessed. After graduation, he enrolled at Wyotech, getting formal training in automotive technology. His first job out of school didn't work out. The environment was wrong, the culture didn't fit, and Robby realized something crucial. If he was going to do this for life, he needed to do it his way. In 2010, at just 21 years old, he opened Layton Auto Body. No investors, no massive loans, just skill, guts, and a belief that quality work would speak for itself. For 3 years, he built slowly, taking on customers, perfecting his craft, establishing himself in the community. Then in August 2013, he did something that would change everything. He posted his first YouTube video, a simple car transformation project. Nothing fancy, no professional editing, just real work documented honestly. The views came slowly, but they came. In 2021, Robby got a call that would put him on the map in the automotive YouTube world. Matt's Off-Road Recovery had just completed an incredible recovery mission. They'd extracted a 1970s Suzuki LJ20 that had been stranded in the Sierra Nevada mountains for 47 years. The truck belonged to Ed, an elderly gold miner who'd driven it up a narrow mining trail decades earlier to transport dynamite and supplies. A landslide had blocked his exit route, and the little Suzuki sat abandoned in the wilderness for nearly half a century. Matt's crew christened it the Golden Nugget. When they finally got it out, the question became, who could restore this piece of history? The project needed someone with serious skills and the patience to do it right. Robby Layton got the call. What followed became one of the most ambitious collaborative projects in automotive YouTube history. 7 different channels worked together on this single vehicle, each contributing their expertise. Robby handled the body and paint work, and he didn't hold back. If he'd billed Ed or Matt for every hour of labor, every detail in the paintwork, every piece of fabrication, the invoice would have hit $82,500. But this wasn't about money. This was about showcasing craftsmanship at the highest level, helping friends in the community, and creating content that would reach millions of viewers. The Golden Nugget restoration videos exploded across YouTube, introducing Robby's channel to audiences who'd never heard of him. But more importantly, it proved something crucial about his approach to success. Collaboration beats competition every single time. YouTube's success is measured in views, subscribers, and ad revenue. But in 2022, Robby took on a project where none of that mattered. A local father had an accident on a mountain road. His Chevy truck went off a cliff in a terrifying plunge down the mountainside. He survived the initial crash, pulled from the wreckage by emergency responders. For 2 days, his family held hope. Then he suffered a heart attack and passed away, leaving behind a devastated wife and a son who'd just lost his father. Robby and his crew recovered the truck from the bottom of that canyon. It was mangled, destroyed, the kind of wreck most shops would have sent straight to the scrapyard. But Robby saw something else. He saw a son who needed his father's truck back, not as a twisted reminder of tragedy, but as a restored symbol of memory and resilience. He made an announcement to his audience. They were restoring this truck, and every single penny from their merchandise store would go directly into the build until it was finished. The response was overwhelming. Parts donations flooded in. Other YouTube channels offered help. The automotive community rallied around this family they'd never met. This wasn't about content, clicks, or sponsorships. This was about showing a grieving kid that his father's memory mattered, that his community cared, that loss doesn't have to be the end of the story. When they finally delivered that restored truck, there wasn't a dry eye in the shop. That's the Robby Layton most people never see on camera. The one who understands success means nothing if you're not using it to lift others. 500,000 subscribers, over 173 million views, a thriving merchandise line, and partnerships with major brands. How did a small-town body shop owner crack the YouTube algorithm when thousands of automotive channels fail every year? The answer isn't what you'd expect. No fancy equipment at the start, no professional film crew, no manufactured drama or clickbait thumbnails screaming about "you won't believe what happened." Just consistency, authenticity, and real work documented honestly. 3 videos per week, every single week for over a decade. Vehicle rescues, full restorations, paint jobs, fabrication work, all of it captured and shared. While other channels created fake drama to boost retention, Robby showed actual delays, real problems, genuine solutions. When Matt's off-road recovery crew ran out of gas in the middle of nowhere, they laughed about it on camera. When a restoration took 6 months longer than expected, Robby documented why. Viewers aren't stupid. They can smell manufactured content from a mile away, and they're starving for authenticity. His partnership network grew organically through genuine friendships, not business contracts. Matt's off-road recovery, Fab Rats, Trail Matter, Rudy's adventure and design. These collaborations happened because they respected each other's work and enjoyed creating together. When they show up in each other's videos, it feels natural because it is natural. The algorithm rewards consistency and watch time, but it amplifies authenticity. Robby figured out early that the secret to YouTube's success isn't tricks or hacks. It's showing up every day, doing excellent work, and bringing your audience along for the real journey, struggles included. Here's what most people don't understand about successful YouTube channels. The ones that last aren't built on ad revenue alone. Robby's genius wasn't just creating great content. It was building a business ecosystem where every piece supports the others. Layton Auto Body isn't a set. It's a fully functioning body shop with real customers paying real money for real work. His wife, Demry, runs operations as the shop secretary, managing schedules, customer relationships, and the administrative work that keeps everything running while Robby's creating content. His team includes craftsmen with 25 years of experience, guys who know bodywork, paint, fabrication at the highest levels. The shop operates with over 35,000 pieces of equipment, custom organized with QR code labels for easy reordering through partnerships with suppliers like boltsandnuts.com. Every tool has a purpose. Every system is optimized. This isn't amateur hour. His merchandise operation generates serious revenue: hats, hoodies, shirts, decals, all branded with Robby Layton Nation logos. He runs giveaways offering 20x, 50x, even 100x entries to keep fans engaged and coming back. Contest entries drive merch sales, which fund builds, which create content, which brings new subscribers, which increases merch demand. It's a self-sustaining flywheel that most content creators never figure out. The shop funds the channel when ad revenue dips. The channel brings customers to the shop who want work done by that guy from YouTube. Merchandise creates a recurring revenue stream independent of either. Sponsors approach him because he's got real reach and authentic engagement. Robby didn't build a YouTube channel that happens to have a shop. He built a business that uses YouTube as one tool among many. Here's what separates Robby Layton from virtually every other automotive YouTuber, and it's something most people never mention. He's not just a talented mechanic who picked up a camera. He holds a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and a PhD in design and landscape architecture. Let that sink in for a second. This isn't some random guy who happens to be good with cars. This is someone who studied design theory, structural principles, spatial composition, and visual systems at the highest academic levels. He's taught at the University of Colorado Denver, North Carolina State University, and Metropolitan State University of Denver. While other shop owners were learning paint techniques through trial and error, Robby was studying color theory, understanding how light interacts with surfaces, analyzing why certain designs work and others fail. That academic foundation shows up in every build. His paint jobs don't just look good, they're compositionally balanced with an understanding of visual flow most body shops never consider. His fabrication work demonstrates structural engineering principles that keep vehicles safe while looking incredible. He applies scientific methodology to automotive work, testing approaches, documenting results, iterating based on data rather than just gut feeling. Most people see a successful YouTube channel and assume it's all personality and hustle. They miss the intellectual foundation underneath. Robby's ability to explain complex processes clearly on camera comes from years of teaching. His capacity to design builds that photograph well comes from formal design training. His business acumen comes from understanding systems thinking, small-town values, world-class education, blue-collar work ethic. That combination is rare, and it's exactly why he succeeds where others stall out. From a pile of ash and twisted metal in August 2018 to over 500,000 loyal subscribers today. From a 12-year-old kid who knew plumbing wasn't his path to a respected name in automotive restoration with a PhD on his wall. From working alone in a small Utah shop to collaborating with the biggest names in off-road YouTube. Robby Layton's journey isn't a story about luck, algorithms, or being in the right place at the right time. It's a story about showing up every single day, especially when everything falls apart. The 2018 fire could have ended everything. Instead, it taught him what actually matters. Not the building, not the equipment, not even the cars themselves. What matters is the relationships you build, the team that stands beside you when things get hard, the community that shows up when you need them most. Success isn't measured in subscriber counts or view totals. It's measured in the kid who got his father's truck back, fully restored. It's measured in Ed getting his golden nugget after 47 years. It's measured in the employees who still have jobs because their boss refused to quit. Robby's building something that will outlast any algorithm change or platform shift. He's building a legacy, one restoration at a time, teaching viewers that quality matters, that authenticity wins, that community beats competition. The real story nobody's covering isn't about how he got successful. It's about what he's doing with that success, lifting others, preserving history, proving that good work still means something. And here's the best part. He's just getting started.